guys, today I've got my June wrap-up. The first thing I read in June was Agatha, Raisin and the Vicious Vet. This is the second book in the Agatha Raisin series, and this time Agatha enlists the help of her next door neighbour, Paul Bladden, who she fancies quite a lot in order to help solve the mystery this time. And kind of by the title you're gonna guess it's to do with the vet, and it is. The new vet in town gets murdered, and again Agatha is like, this can't just be an accident, and her next door neighbour is also a bit suspicious of it, so they do some more amateur detecting. Again, I like this one. It's what I like. It's, you know, quiet town with hidden menace, which is what these things are always going to deliver. And I think I like this one as well because it was two people, so it wasn't just Agatha on her own doing things. Yeah, this was another enjoyable Agatha Raisin. The next thing I read in June was the Hunger Games series, and you may find this hard to believe, but reading these books was my first ever involvement with anything to do with the Hunger Games. I'd never read the books before, I'd never seen the films. Somehow I managed to avoid this whole franchise, and I decided I want to see what it's about. All I knew going into the Hunger Games was there was a Hunger Games where the two main characters, Katniss and Peter, have to fight in an arena full of children, and I knew the death of one of the characters. So that's all I knew. And then the other two books, I had no idea, and that's so satisfying to go into such a popular series knowing nothing. Out of the three, the Hunger Games was my favourite, so obviously I read this one first. I think everyone now has read these, I don't really need to explain it. But there's a Hunger Games which is devised by the Capitol to punish the districts of Panem for an uprising they had before. So 2 tributes are picked from each district, and there's 12 in total. And Katniss and Peter are from District 12. I love Peter. Peter's so lovely in this book. But oh my god, I love this book so much. I read it so fast, literally a day I read this, because every time I got to the end of a chapter I was like, I need to know what's happening next. And then like when I had to put it down and do other things, I was still constantly thinking about it, like, okay, I can't wait until I'm home and I can read it, which, oh my god, I love it when a book does that to me. So I really enjoyed this book. Why did it take me so long to read these stupid things? I'm such an idiot. I honestly am. Then I read Catching Fire. This one was my least favourite, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it took so long to get to the actual action. There wasn't any action until we got to the Quarter Quell, when finally I was like, yay, some more killing and death. So that's when this one really picked up pace and I started to enjoy it more. And also, I really like Finnick. And then the last one, Mockingjay. Something as well that I haven't really read actually is like love triangles, things like that, and like which side do you pick, blah blah blah. I was definitely, throughout these two, when it came apparent that there was a problem, I was definitely on Katniss and Peter's side, because Peter is just a sweetheart. He deserves all of the love in the world. And that's why this one was so sad, because Peter, poor Peter. And it was so difficult because this one made me not want to be on the Peter and Katniss side, and I was edging towards Peter and Gale. No, that wasn't what I meant. I was edging towards Katniss and Gale a little bit, but then Gale would do things that would annoy me, and I was just like, please, just let Peter be okay. I just want the normal Peter back. The only thing I didn't like about this one was, annoyingly, the ending. I felt like it kind of rushed the ending a bit, like the conclusion of it, of all the rebellion stopping, kind of, I don't know, it just happened and I was like, whoa, okay, it's over. And because it's first person, so it's from Katniss's perspective, we couldn't actually get what happened after because Katniss had been hurt. So all we got was Katniss getting hurt and then Katniss in the hospital retelling what she'd been told. So it would have been nice to have had it linear and to have known what happened, but no. Overall though, I loved the Hunger Games. Why did it take me so long? I am so annoyed at myself, literally so annoyed, because I could have been like in a community that was obsessed with it and blah, and I haven't talked to anyone about it. I've literally just been in my own room being like, oh my god, I love it so much. Oh, because I was not aware of like the films and stuff, I don't even think I've seen the trailer for any of them. I've just seen like posters. So obviously I knew what Katniss and Peter looked like in the films, but that didn't make it into the books for me. So Katniss, in my head, she kind of looked like, I've forgotten her name, but the girlfriend John brings to the Christmas party, it was kind of a bit like her, but, you know, younger. And Peter started out as, in my head, it was kind of a mix between Peter Beale and Peter Pan. There's so many Peters. I didn't realise this when I was imagining it. So it's kind of those mushed together and made younger. And then, weirdly, I'm watching Game of Thrones at the moment, and so I was watching series 4. I don't know if they changed the actor who plays Tommen, or if that small child just grew up, and I don't want to Google it because I made that mistake before, because I was searching Game of Thrones characters and whoa, they ended up being dead and I wasn't there yet, so I'm not searching. So Tommen from series 4, literally who was in my head. So that's who I was imagining for Peter. Game of Thrones has just weaved itself into my brain so much because so many of the characters were from Game of Thrones. So Haymitch was Jaime Lannister, but Jaime Lannister pre-season 4, and Finnick was in my head. He is in Game of Thrones, but that's not where I actually know him from. He plays Odie in Humans. I can't remember the actual actor's name, but him. And that's about it for like actual names I can put to who I was imagining. The rest of them were just kind of just people. So yeah, that's everything I read in May. Oh my god, it's not May, it's June. It's June. And that's everything I read in June. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! My god, these are slippery.